All right. Good morning, everyone. Good evening for some of you. I'm going to start my commissioner's picks of the week. So something I plan to do each week is pick the winners of each game and keep track of my record, which currently, So 0-0, nothing, no games decided yet. Now normally I'll try to do these on Thursday before the Thursday night games. Luckily this Thursday night didn't contribute too much to many of these games except for hurting a couple people. But for the most part, everything kind of stands pat. So Thursday will be when I usually do these, but last Thursday was the welcome video and I didn't feel like doing two. I've got my game notes here, what I think is going to happen, and I've got my big board, the games of the week. The first one up here is actually what I'm going to talk about last, the Fantasy Eraser, me, against Mr. Burt Bassett. That is the game of the week due to highest possible or highest projected point totals and a very tight matchup. Not game of the week just because I'm in it, although that makes me more excited for it. So I'm going to start here, Cali style, and damn BBP, Daryl and JD going at it head to head. Right now it's projected at 146.5 for JD and 138 for Daryl. Keys to the game for me was a rough Thursday for Daryl, so I'm cherry picking this one a little bit. But it was a rough Thursday for Daryl's team with Devontae Adams and David Montgomery just not being given the opportunities that they need to. The key for me is Jacksonville defense for JD. At home, if they get the win. If they get the win, if Jacksonville's defense shuts down the stack that Daryl has going between Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill. So if Jacksonville can step up and shut those two, and not even shut them down, no one's going to shut them down, but limit them, JD will walk out with this victory. And also if Todd Gurley looks like Todd Gurley. So if that happens, I'm happy. My play of the game, or JD will be happy. If my play of the game is Devontae Freeman, though, getting back to form and getting back to badass levels and running hard against Minnesota, getting passes against Minnesota, and if they do that, Cali Style will win, and that is my pick, which I believe would have been an upset at the beginning of the week, but now I've got Cali Style with the first week win, which makes me very uncomfortable, because Daryl does not usually lose week one, I don't feel, maybe against Lucas. So, next game, Grizz against Clarkesian. I don't know if that's how you say it, but my brother Adam against buddy Sean Clark. Steve is down here. So that game is projected at 160.5 for Sean, for Clarkesian, and 145 for Grizzly Adam. I think it will be a comfortable win for Clarkesian if OBJ and Stefan Diggs are looking good and healthy. If they are not healthy, then this is a possible upset win if Darius Geis becomes a player. And Adam has to find a tight end because right now Trey Burton's still in his lineup. So if OBJ and Steph Diggs do not look right, this will be an upset. But I do think they come out, I do think they play, and I do think that Clarkesian gets the first win here. Lucas against Verge. So Lucas and Mark playing the closest projected total of the week, almost my pick for game of the week, but their projected point total was lower, and Bert and I also are very close on our projected. So the keys to the game, right now it's 172 projected for Lucas. He's favored 172 to 167.5, about that. Keys, Mark will get the upset here. I am calling for an upset here because of Seattle doing what they do at home. Efficient in all aspects of the game. Their defense will shut down Cincinnati, which could actually hurt Mark because he's starting Joe Mixon. But I think Mixon will get enough opportunities, get enough yards to help him while Seattle's defense shuts down Cincinnati, gets a lot of defensive points, gets some interceptions, and then he's got Russell Wilson, Mark has Russell Wilson, Tyler Lockett, and Chris Carson. And I think they will eat up the opportunities provided by the defense, and Mark will win this game. Now, if Seattle falters at all, if they're not efficient, that's going to be the key for Lucas to win. And it is an upset, but I think that Mark has the right build for this week. While I don't love the huge Seattle arsenal that he has for every week, for this week at home against Cincinnati, I like it, and he gets the upset. Okay, and last one, Phil McCauley, Phil McCauley is what that is, and then Steve Paler. They both pretty much just use their names for the for their team names. Steve is projected to win 161, almost 162 to almost 143. It's the biggest spread of the week. But I think there could be an upset if the good defenses play great. So if Cleveland plays great against Derrick Henry in Tennessee, if New England shuts down Juju, and if Jacksonville can bottle up Travis Kelce, then I think there could be an upset in this game. But I think that the Vikings defense, who Phil is starting, will give up too much to Atlanta. And it will cost him a close loss, closer than the spread. But I do like Steve coming away with the win here. So that's the first four. The last game, I don't need any stats for this game. This is Bert and I. Not had a lot of good luck playing against Bert in our other league ever. So I'm going to beat him just because I need to. This has to happen. I'm projected to win. Allen Robinson put up on Thursday night. He's the only one. So I tried to trade him to you, Daryl, too. I tried to give you Allen Robinson for, I don't know, something else. I can't remember what. So I'm projecting myself to start off this week because how the hell could I not? Now, I don't know that I'll always project myself to win, but I'm taking Bert down. I'm turning the tide around for this whole organization, not just the Fantasy Eraser Dynasty, which is brand new, but for my other leagues as well. So that's week 1 picks from the Commish. Fantasy Eraser over B. Bassett. Cali Style over Daryl. Clarkesian holding their positive point spread against Grizz. Verge with the upset. And Paler beating Phil with a closer than expected result. So, all right. First week is ready. Tonight, real games start to kick off. Hopefully better than Thursday night's garbage fest. I hope you guys all enjoy your first Sunday of fantasy football. See you next week. Or actually, I'll see you for the results show, too.